How's it going, y'all, here today? So today we're here in Rochelle Railroad Park here for the morning. I decided to make a stop for getting my brother. So right now we have our first train here. So here we go. All right, it's a little rainy out this morning, but we are still gonna do it in the rain. UP 8974 and 6894. So this is the second intermodal train that we have seen here today. So when I first got into Rochelle, there was an intermodal train stop just outside of Global Free as well. So I don't know if Rochelle has a local that goes to a yard in Chicago that kind of goes out there. I don't know if they take it like on a weekly basis or a daily basis to Chicago. So this is the first video of the day. Well, I didn't see any on the way here out by Dixon or Nelson or Franklin Grove or Ashton, but when I left my house today I live out in Rock Falls, Sterling area, I kind of heard one. I did not know the direction because normally I would know if I was down the river on the Rock Falls side, because normally you would know first thing where it was coming, like if it blew its horn. Like if it blew its horn, you would know where it's going. Like if it's going east or west. Because where I'm at, I can't hear where it's blowing out by Nelson, because technically it's too far from there. Out by because I can hear it from out by Opera Marina and Sterling, because they have railroad gates that go out to that park area. That's kind of like out by Sterling, because normally it's the run road that ends Lim Boulevard out there in Sterling that goes out to because I know there's another road that'll take you to that one road. So I know there's a road there outside of East Lincoln Highway between Sterling and Dixon. And he has stopped. I think he's going into the yard. If you come to Rochelle, they normally do this. If it's an intermodal train, if you guys don't know, they do this all the time here. They'll stop by the diamonds and back out and go into the yard as well. So, and he's back. He's back. Here he comes. So last time he was here, he moved. Well, he went back because I thought he was going in the yard. But now we have a green signal, but it's hard to see because it's wet. It's wet and rainy out today, but we still come out here and watch trains. I still come out here even though it's raining out and all of that. So we have another train coming. So temperatures are currently 45 degrees and raining, all of that here in Rochelle. I don't know why mine says Rock Falls. Mine says Rock Falls, but here we go. It's switched. It normally switches, you know. That's the thing. It normally switches. Because my Apple Watch I thought my Apple Watch was saying I'm in Rock Falls. Well, technically we're in Rochelle. Well, we have another one on the way. A westbound on the way is on its way. So he'll probably be here, I don't know how long. So he's probably out by Crescent or out by Malfa. Well, technically not by Malfa, but it probably turns on by Crescent. Or when the detector. Like, that's probably where the Rochelle detectors are, Malfa and Flag. Somewhere out there, I would say. Because I know the Sterling detectors are probably go, and it's somewhere near Nelson, somewhere in Nelson. Because normally they'll have detectors where you guys don't know, some towns will have detectors where it's heading, like where they'll turn on, like here at the railroad park, they have to keep their signals on because it goes through a diamond. It crosses the BNSF Aurora sub. We're hoping that he might get here once he comes. He might get here once this train passes. Well, he did go back in the yard. I don't know what for, or was he waiting for, like, if there's gonna be one on, you know, BNSF. If there's like a westbound or eastbound coming hot on the Aurora sub. You know, that's what they do in this. That's what normally these trains would do. On the Aurora sub. Well, on the BNSF. On the BNSF, on the UP Geneva sub, I mean, because they have a rail yard on Geneva. So he's on his way. This train sort of, you know, I would like to say this train sort of kind of went back in the yard for nothing. I don't know if there is a detector. There was no detectors, were green or yellow, on the BNSF Aurora sub, but those detectors turn on, I believe, out in Lee, somewhere called Lee, and then Chana. So Chana's out by somewhere on that road, because there's another road that takes you to Rochelle and away from Dixon, and there's like a one road where you turn on that'll take you to Stillman Valley, but that's not my route. My route is normally Route 38, East Lincoln Highway, on East Lincoln Highway. Every time if I'm taking the back ways to Rochelle from where I'm at, where I'm from, because normally I took that route a lot when I was younger, and then normally in the interstate as well, because normally you go through Franklin Grove and Ashton. Those are the two towns you go through, and Dixon. Yeah, I like to mention Dixon. Yep, you go through Dixon, Illinois as well, to Rock Falls. Or if you want to take something faster, instead of going through two towns, you can either take I-88. There he comes. 5. This train had 5. This train has 5. And we have another intermodal train. I think the train had 5 locomotives. This train's probably going slow because it's the big one. It probably has a lot of containers, because they have a lot of cars. Sometimes they'll have to go a little slow due to that, because you have a lot of train cars and all that. Because this is the 3rd intermodal train that I just saw today. I feel like sometimes when I come out on the UP Geneva sub trying to watch a train, you always have to get an intermodal. I'm like, can I get something else besides the intermodal train? Like a manifest train, I did get a long one last week. I had one long one that I saw in Sterling, just parked at around either 6 or 7, and came there just almost 3 hours that I've been here last week. And because this is the 2nd train, so the train that's going east stopped to head back to the rail yard. I was saying, because I was thinking in my head, I'm like, you know, the last one went east, so this one's going east, so probably to a rail yard up by Chicago, all of that. So it's probably gonna go up to Chicago. So I will be back once a next train comes. Hopefully we get one on BNSF, or maybe it's gonna be another UP train. We'll never know. We got a train. And the Sterling locals here from Sterling. $14.90. Well, he appears just Alright, we have one work car here and something coming. So we have a train coming. It's a intermodal train. So we have this one coming on the tracks. Probably gonna blow his horn. There's only been six trains already. So this is the sixth one that I saw today, and the fifth one in the video. So the Sterling local just came through here And now this one just came through. I know we get like tanker cars, auto racks and all that, manifest trains through here, but normally it's been all intermodal today. It's all been all intermodal. We have none of that today. I'm like, where are all the auto racks and manifest trains at? Is it all going intermodal? Well, I know there's some subdivisions that are intermodal only. Like if you go to the UP Aurora sub, down there by down by Joliet, down there by Joliet, Bloomington, Normal, down there on Springfield, all of that as well. Down there, it is all intermodal there, and it's all one track. I'm guessing they only take the intermodal down there as well because they have a rail yard somewhere, I believe south of Joliet and Chicago and all of that as well. And that's where they do get the Texas Eagle and the Lincoln service from St. Louis to Chicago, and the Texas Eagle from San Antonio, Dallas, Fort Worth to Chicago train there. Because Joliet Union Station that has a Metro station and also a Amtrak as well. Because normally for Amtrak, you're only going to get the Lincoln service and the Texas Eagle because that's normally on Union Pacific. But they also, a lot of people don't know, they used to get the Southwest Chief back in the Burlington Northern days when it was, not Burlington Northern, but Santa Fe days when it was just Santa Fe before the merger with Burlington Northern. I like to mention because the Southwest Chief now goes through the Mendota sub, but before the merger, back in 1995, they used to go through the Chillicothe sub, was stopped along Galesburg, because Galesburg, they had two stations back then. If you guys didn't know, if you're from Galesburg that's watching, or if you're older, you might remember Galesburg having two train stations, one on the Santa Fe, one on the Burlington Northern as well. And then it used to make stops along with Streeter, and Chillicothe was one of the stops as well. I think that was the only free it made stops on back in the day. But the Mendota sub has free the Illinois Zephyr from Quincy to Chicago, and the California Zephyr from out by San Francisco, Oakland, that area to Chicago as well. But they about added another one. They were going to add the train from Moline to Rock Island down there to Chicago and all of that as well. Well, there were works on it, but I don't know if they're, because that's the thing with the trying to get that train, the Quad Cities down there, Moline, Rock Island to Chicago. They would have to make the Iowa Interstate, because they would have to make it 2 tracks. Because along the Iowa Interstate, it would go through Moline and Geneseo down there, and then we'll go through. We stopped on the BN with Princeton would be the first one, and then Mendota as well. Then I don't know about Plano yet, if they would include Plano, because Plano is along it as well. So this train has stopped again. I don't know if it's doing the same thing like it did with the first train, but we'll see what happens. Here comes the local. this train has stopped. He's probably waiting to go in the yard on UP. There's little Burlington Northern caboose. He's heading over to the BNSF little site, but according right now on UP, it's stopped. The third time today in Rochelle that the train has stopped for intermodal. We got two coming. We got the Sterling local. Slowly. Getting ready to head back to Sterling. And the other one has not come by yet. There it is right here, and he is on his way. I should have not stopped recording, but looks like he's here. The tanker train, the oil. Well, got the second one here. We'll warm up a bit.